Hi, my name is Caron Gordon. To those of you who do not know me, and to those who already do, I just want to say hi. Good afternoon to you guys. Thanks to those who've been reaching out to tell me how much you appreciate these videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Thanks to my sister. Yeah, all that, yeah. Sarah, of course. So that's a big encouragement to me too, of course, for those who know me and know the secret. All right, just keep it a secret. All right. For those who've been calling and saying your throat is feeling funny for the last 2 days, 3 days, or however long, remember, lots of lemon with lots of ginger and garlic. You put it to a boil, and then you sweeten it with honey and you drink it warm. And if you can keep doing that throughout the day, that's very, very good. Yes, so you will find some ease in doing that. So remember, you're not gonna peel the lemon, you're gonna use the peel and all, lemon or lime, because you have those who reach out to me to ask whether lemon or lime. I must say that there are persons who've reached out to me to ask me about some herbs or topics that they want more information on, or things that I could go over or share with you. And since I've done the video, I've gotten quite a bit of requests from both the women and the men to do something talking about erectile dysfunction or ED, or with our men. So we're gonna look on libido for both men and women. I'll do a video just completely on that on Saturday, this coming Saturday. All right, as it pertains to the women, I'll also do a video for the women, because we do know a lot of our women have fibroids and cysts, and it's very important to know how we can prevent those growth, as well as how, if we have them, we can shrink them naturally. All right, so I'll do something on that for the women. I might do both on Saturday, because this now, you know, it kind of like keep me busy during this isolation, because otherwise my mind is just always so busy, and I like to always have something to do. So it's kind of like really hard just staying in here doing nothing. And now, you know, Sarah's spoiling me with this, so I don't know what I'm gonna do when she's gone. So those are some of my concerns right about now. All right, guess what I'm gonna talk about today? And you know, earlier I was having a discussion with her about why I'm gonna do this topic today, as well as an experience I had before I even started with the alternative medicine degree. All right, I used to have a lot of aches and pain, muscle aches and pains over my body, especially my joints. And you know, you're talking about arthritis there. And this is probably like 4 or 5 years back, okay? I was on a job, and I remember during that period of time, I was just suffering a lot of pain. I was not quick to go to the doctor, you know, because after a while, when you start having just so much of everything, you start worrying, you want to stay away, of course, because you don't want to hear what they're going to tell you or come up with. So I remember during that time, though, I had a dream. Somebody told me I should use tuna and I should drink it. I remember I went out to the store. It was strange. I went to the store and I didn't find any at the time. I came back. Every now and again I'd look for it. I didn't see it. I didn't make much of it. I was saying to myself, I know when I was growing up I used it a lot for my hair, as well as aloe vera, which we call Cinco Bible in Jamaica. But that's as much as I know about tuna, you know, tuna, that plant. All right, that's that. And I was saying to her, maybe from then the Lord was really directing me, and I didn't even realize that, right? Because only since I started doing this course, and for all the inflammation, all the pain, the arthritic pains, I've found ways to manage it very well. I use turmeric in high dosage to manage that very well, and it has really gotten rid of a lot of the inflammation in my bones, my joints, and my body. I remember in particular this finger, I couldn't bend it, and that was like 2-3 years. It was causing me a lot of pain, and I was reading about the colloidal silver, and I was drinking it actually for something different. But then I noticed the same day, like about hours later, I could bend the finger without pain. I was like, is this really my mind or is this real? But however, I found that since then, no issue with the fingers, all right? And that was the colloidal silver. So I'm saying, with the turmeric, I was able to really drastically reduce the inflammation in my body. Yes. All right, so that's that. And, I was saying to her, sometimes God is directing us and we really do not even understand. We don't realize it. But He cares about everything. He cares about our health as well. And the reason I'm doing this topic today, which is why I gave that kind of a background, is like 2 nights ago I was sharing with her that I dreamt somebody told me about mango root, and I'm like, mango root? I've never heard anybody talk about the root of mangoes, of the mango tree. So let me look into it and see what benefit it has for us. And I kept going over it in my head for like a day after, and just always asking questions. And then I decided, all right, let me just go delve into it, do some reading, and here it is just so amazing, the benefits that we find in these things. And guess what? I was very excited. You know why? Because if persons say, I can't find ashwagandha, I can't find astragalus, I can't find aronia, and they might tell you I can't find this or that. Mango trees, at least, they're like everywhere. We can find them, and it is very useful to us. So the things that I am going through with the videos, please do your own research. Please read more about it in your own time, and you can experiment with it. I also want to say, I've been talking about like the turmeric, the ginger, the garlic, the honey. You can experiment. Sometimes persons will say, what if I don't have the turmeric? What if I don't have the ginger? You're experimenting with what you already have in your house. Like the prophet said to the woman, what do you have in your house? So if we look in our cupboards or in our refrigerator, we will find that there is so much in there for healing. But we did not really understand the medicinal properties in a lot of the herbs, in a lot of the trees around us, in a lot of the things we have in our cupboards or the refrigerator. So most of us are familiar with mango. Growing up, I used to love climb my grandmother's mango tree. She had like about 11 mango trees, if I'm not wrong, in her yard, front and backyard. My favorite usually is East Indian. I like Blackie, and she had number 11 tree. That was a big one. And we would climb the trees and we eat with Julie mango. We had fun. I liked it kind of turn, so I would put salt on it. And growing up, that was a lot of fun when we get to go spend time with grandma, or summer holidays. All right, so most of us in the Caribbean are familiar with mango. It is largely grown in India. I think they consider it their national fruit. Right? So this is not anything new or strange I'm going to talk to you about, but from going over it today, I am sure we will appreciate the fruit some more. So the thing about the mango tree is that the leaves have medicinal properties in them. Right? They contain vitamins such as vitamin A, B, C. We know when it comes to the vitamin B, we're talking about things that's good for the hair and for the skin. And when we have any kind of rashes or vitamin B is good. If we find that we have an issue with eczema or our skin always breaking out in rashes, it really does have something to do with our gut and with our diet, but also you want to make sure you're not deficient on vitamin B. So you would really want to be adding that to your diet, all right? Especially vitamin B3 that works within the blood, and it really helps if you're having any kind of a skin issue, psoriasis, and you name it. All right, so you get your vitamin B. Vitamin A has to do with your eyes. I was mentioning I lost my glasses. I've been supplementing on Eye Bright. That's another herb you can check out. And my eyes feel great. No fogginess. I'm reading well. I'm amazed by how it's been helping me, okay? All right, so that's your vitamin A. That's your vitamin B. That's your vitamin C. You're talking about vitamin C builds your immune system. It's really great for us, and we want a lot of that in this time. Copper, you're talking about copper, you're talking about, that's a mineral. Our body, we need minerals, okay? Potassium and magnesium in abundance. So these are some of the minerals that we have in our mangoes. So let's not take this fruit for granted or lightly. There are some things I personally don't eat, but if you juice it, I will drink it. I don't eat melon. I don't eat cucumbers, all right? But if you juice it, I'll enjoy the drink. And that's kind of funny, yeah. But if you don't like it, to just eat it, you might find that if it's in a juice, you will drink it. So that's how I get my melon in or my cucumbers, by juicing. The mango leaves have antioxidant properties because the flavonoids and phenol have high compound, and all of these have healing benefits in them. Mango leaves also contain antimicrobial properties which help in the treatment of various diseases. So the leaves are rich in antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. How many of us knew this? All right, mango leaves help in many different ways. They've been using it for a long time in Chinese medicine, right? And remember, Chinese medicine is an ancient medicine, ancient practice. There's nothing new about it. You know, one of the things is that I read since this whole virus issue in China, where the government called in over 100 traditional Chinese medicine doctors and sent them into Wuhan to work, and they had great results with these doctors with their treatment of the persons who had the virus. So we don't want to ignore or herbs or fruits or vegetables and the healing properties that they have. It's very good for treating asthma and diabetes, and that's one of the main things they use it to treat in Chinese medicine, okay? It is a very, very good anti-diabetic. So again, if you have diabetes, the mango, you really want to start experimenting with the mango leaves. Of course, you can read some more for your own self to make you comfortable. What I find is that a lot of time there are so many medical journals and articles on these things, but it's not brought to the fore. Like this morning before I started, I was reading on black seed oil, and I will do a video with some more information on that for you. But in the meantime, if you want to find out more about it, you can look on the National Institute of Health website. They have a very, very detailed scientific study on the benefits of black seed oil, so you can read for yourself. All right, for the mango leaves, you can basically dry them sometimes and crush them, and then you put it in your smoothie or find creative ways to consume it. So you may want to make a smoothie and you have your mango leaves in that, or if you do your tossed vegetable and salads, you can like sprinkle your leaves in it, as well as you can use it to make teas. Always remember that. If you want to make a drink, you break the leaf, you put it in some lukewarm water, and you have it, let it seep overnight. So you leave the leaves in it and you let it sit overnight, and in the morning you can drink it, okay? Or you can drink the water throughout the day. You're getting all the benefits from the leaves there. And as I said before, you can use it to make powder. If you dry the leaves, you can use it to make powder, and you supplement on that. So if you're okay with your powders, you know, your powders you can always throw in a smoothie, and that is good. Like for instance, I try to supplement on vitamin B17, which you know you get from seeds, like the grape seed or the apricot seeds, right? It's very bitter, and the seeds are usually bitter. One of the things you can do with the seeds, like the apricots, you really don't need too many. I will put it in my, if I'm doing a smoothie, so it kind of like hide the taste, but I am getting in my vitamin B17. Excellent supplement. Very, very good, the B17, and it has anti-cancer properties. Of course, we know when we have great benefits from some of these things, we have issues with them. All right, so that's what I'll say about that for now. With diabetes, you want to soak the leaves. You want to, and this is the green leaf, tender. You can soak them, you can make your teas and drink your teas. Let me tell you, if you have diabetes or if you have hypertension, how do you manage that? How do you manage it daily? Daily, you make some kind of juice that you know that will help you to lower your blood sugar levels, or in the case of the hypertension, will lower the blood pressure. Okay, so I try to encourage persons, walk with your water bottles, especially the infused water bottles. So you fill that with water. Make sure you're drinking a lot throughout the days. But what you can do is you can throw your lime in it. You can throw your fruits. Just put your fruits in it. There are so many people that I don't drink water because I don't like the taste of it. If you don't like the taste of it, then you just throw strawberries. You throw some berries in it. You put your lemon in it, your garlic in it, a little ginger, right? And then you have that throughout the day. You're drinking fluids, but you're also getting in all the nutrients that you need, okay? And that will help to keep your blood pressure lowered throughout the day. Good practice. Otherwise, you juice. You can juice your callaloo, you can juice your vegetables. Like I said, your fruits I don't like, but if they're in a juice, I will definitely drink it. All right, so if you realize that you're pre-diabetic, you may want to start supplementing on you want to start supplementing on your mango leaf. Drink more of the tea. Also, one of the things I do is to, like, for fruits, if it might be sweet, if I have concern about that, it's like kind of eat it with some form of protein. So I tend to eat my fruits with my cottage cheese, especially if you're eating fruits at night. You know, you will find in the morning that your blood sugar level is gonna be high, so you want to be very careful with that. So you want to boil it, as I said. It really helps with diabetes time too. And you want to make your teas. Try to avoid sugar as best as possible. It's bad for everything. I mean, like everything. You're talking about cancers, you're talking about the same diabetes, which a lot of people have diabetes type 2. Why? Because we're not even supplementing anymore with our bitters. We're not drinking bitters, we're not adding bitters. That is one of the tastes that we've lost out of our diet. We're not adding that to our diet anymore, and our blood sugar levels are high. So you want to be experimenting more with your bitters. It's also good for the eyes, and as I said before, it's rich in vitamin A, which also is good for the eyes. So if you're having issues with your eyes, you drink your mango teas a lot. It's used to treat wart, and you can use the dry leaf to make a paste and you put it on the wart. Another thing, as I mentioned, wart that treats wart, you can use apple cider vinegar on your skin. It changes the pH level of your skin. So if you're having warts, it might be your skin is too acidic. And if you want to balance that, if you want to raise the pH level, just use a little apple cider vinegar and use it to clean your skin with like a cotton swab, and then like 20 minutes later you rinse it with some tepid water. That will help to raise the pH level of your skin. Or you can take warm baths in your apple cider vinegar. And for warts also, most time persons who are deficient in, understand it's a virus, but those people who are deficient in zinc will have warts. So you want to also start supplementing on your zinc, all right, to treat warts. So you put a paste, you make a paste with the dried leaves, and you put it over your warts, and it also helps with wound healing. All right, it's considered home medicine for burning, so if you get any kind of burn, and just the same, colloidal silver, excellent for burns. It really, there are so many colloidal silver products anyway for skin, and silver has been proven to work very well for wound care. All right, so understand that. It's very good for asthma, for the respiratory tract. You can boil the leaves in the water, and you can sweeten it with honey. So for persons who are asthmatic, you may want to read some more about using up your mango leaves. It increases fertility. So you want to also experiment on that. So you can drink your mango tea, you mix it with an onion, or if you want to make like what you call it now, a tincture from it. Remember I told you how to make tinctures. For best with making the tinctures, usually you want to use like you want to have your tincture sit for like 4 to 6 weeks. And the best thing to extract the enzymes from your plants or your herbs, you really want to use like 120 proof. For me, I use 120 proof or 100 proof or 80 proof, but 120 is best with the vodka, and have them sit in it for 4 to 6 weeks for best use. But however, if you can't find that strength, then use your white rum. You're still getting benefits from it. It might not extract as much as you would like, but you would still be benefiting from whatever you're supplementing on. And remember, for me, I say I like to use alcohol base because I find that it gets into the bloodstream quickly. It acts very fast. Outside of that, you can use your apple cider vinegar, you can use your glycerine as base for these things, or make your tea. Just be simple. You just want the benefits and you want the help. So however you do it, what is most important is that you're getting it in. Some people use it as a mouthwash to treat gum and teeth, like gum disease. It helps with healthy gums. You want to use the leaves just the same, boil it in water, have it sit, and you kind of want to use closer to a more mature leaf, not like green and tender, but more like before it's dried and between dry and green, so more kind of mature leaf, and you boil it and you use it to rinse your mouth, to treat your teeth and your gum. It helps with stomach diseases, and pretty much you use it the same way like I've mentioned before because of the antioxidant properties. Mango leaf is good for persons with anxiety and suffering any kind of stress. Also, you can put leaves in a warm bath to have a warm water bath. All right, so again, with anxiety, it is good. A lot of people are suffering right now from anxiety because of what is happening. Find ways. There are many leaves, there are many teas that are calming. Remember, I mentioned chamomile, I mentioned the thyme tea, I mentioned the Spanish thyme, I mentioned your mint, your broadleaf mint. So these are some of the things that help to calm you. You can supplement on rhodiola, you can use your lavender oil, you can inhale them, or you can put a little on your pillow or a little on your clothes. You find that that is calming. Also, remember to meditate. Remember, play some music, gospel music, worship, change the atmosphere. It changes what you're thinking about. It lifts your faith. So just add worship to whatever else you're doing. And prayer, we can't leave that out in this time at all. But drink your teas. God made the herbs for us. Man didn't make them. All right. So it is very beneficial for those who suffer with anxiety. They've used it for ear pain. Again, seeping it in the warm water and put a little of the warm water in your ear. It helps to relieve ear pain. All right. It eliminates kidney stones. Wow, that is very good for those persons who have kidney stone. And as I'm talking here about kidney stone, if you suffer with kidney stone, one of the things you want to do to help to prevent that is supplementing on a little lemon water every day, or as often as you can. If you're having pains from a kidney stone, you can drink your mango leaf tea. If you're not if you don't have mango leaf tea, remember that the citric acid in your lemon, in your lime, will break up the kidney stones. So you want to drink like 2-3 ounces. It might be a little harsh. Maybe you feel you can't manage it. But if you drink if you squeeze 3 limes or so and drink it, the citric acid will, if it's calcium stones. So again, it's good when you pass the stones to take them to the doctor. You can have it checked to see what kind of stones you're building. So if it's calcium stones, the citric acid will definitely break the calcium stones. All right. So that's one of the things you can do, either to prevent it, or if you already have them, it will break them. If you drink a lot of olive oil, it will help the stones to go out. All right. If not olive oil, just put a lot of lemon in the water and flush your system, just a whole lot of water, and you will break the stones up. So that's, as I mentioned here, the mango leaf is very good for kidney stones, for persons who have kidney stones. All right. They say it's good for hiccups or persons who have throat issues, throat problems. You can use your mango leaf. It relieves fever. Again, there's not many ways that you can prepare it. I don't think many people are going to eat it raw, but outside of that, you're talking about tea, you're talking about maybe juicing it and use something to hide the taste. If there's something horrible and I don't like the taste and I have to juice it, I tend to use ginger or lime to hide the taste. That way I get it in. So however you hide the taste, maybe make some carrot juice, throw the leaves in there, you're hiding the taste of the leaves. Because leaves tend to be bitter sometimes, and the seeds also are bitter sometimes. So the leaves will reduce the body temperature if you're having a fever. Right, and it works as a defense mechanism in your body to prevent from many problems. Okay, it's good for hypertension. Again, most of our leaves are, and especially anything bitter. One of the things when it comes to hypertension, I also encourage persons to supplement on is you want to supplement on grapeseed, very bitter, but I do it in pill form. You have powder, you can throw it in your juice. Grapeseed, very, very good, and hawthorn. So you can look for the hawthorn plant, the leaves, the herb, the pill, whatever. Very good if you have hypertension. You can supplement on those pills or properties daily. So here again, you're talking about it strengthens the blood pressure. It strengthens the blood vessel, sorry. Therefore, it's beneficial to reducing hypertension problems. Okay? All right, mango leaves very beneficial for stress. We already talked about persons with anxiety, for persons having a bad cough. Again, very useful for respiratory problems. You're talking about asthma as one of those, maybe COPD or any kind of problem with the upper respiratory tract. So you want to boil it and you want to drink it for relief if you're having a cough. It's good for the stomach, it's good for skin, it's good for hair, and most of the time whatever is good for the skin is also good for the hair, for dandruff and for hair loss. So you can make a thick paste and use it in your hair. It's great for your teeth and your gums. So you want to read a little more about mango. Cherish those trees you still have in your backyard. Water them. People used it back in the day for diarrhea. They used it for boils, for bleeding nose. Just put a little drop there for nausea, right? For insect bites, that, you know, like when you when you pop the leaves, you notice that like white stainy thing that is used for insect bites. Okay, very good for preventing sunstroke. Again, you want to boil it and you make your paste and you cover your skin with it. All right, I'm going to tell you about other benefits that it has very quickly. And the roots are also very, very beneficial to us. All right, so it's full of phenols, which are very powerful antioxidants and contain anti-cancer abilities, contain plenty of iron. So again, remember, if you're taking iron, you want to also take vitamin C with them to make sure it's absorbed properly. Also, if you're taking calcium, you want to be also supplementing on your vitamin C. Some people think they have bone issues, all right? They have a lot of pain and they think, all right, all I need to do now is supplement on some calcium, and you take calcium, but what you're going to end up with is a lot of calcium deposits. You're going to end up with kidney stones because it's not being absorbed in your body. You want to take vitamin C to make sure that the calcium is properly absorbed so you don't end up having other issues. So yes, remember, it's very rich in iron. All right, it's useful in combating acidity, and it's good for poor digestion. So if you have an indigestion problem, you want to make some mango juice. It's low in carbohydrates. I did mention it was rich in vitamin A, vitamin E, rich in selenium. I mentioned selenium earlier in one of the videos for radiation poisoning. You want your B12, you want your selenium, you want your vitamin D, vitamin E, and definitely vitamin C if you're fighting radiation poisoning. All right, so we hear that our mango has a lot of selenium. You want to find some mango time, though. I think we're coming to mango time in the summer. It protects the heart from disease and ailments, beneficial for the kidneys, useful for those trying to gain weight, help in better functioning of hormones, and making sex life more enjoyable. All right, useful for bacterial infections, beneficial for eye because of the vitamin A. It's good for liver disorders, useful for menstrual disorders, useful for treating scurvy. The vitamin C there again, good for sinusitis, beneficial for the spleen, and useful in treating vaginitis. So these are some other medicinal properties we have in our mango. And how many of us have mango trees in our backyard? But we eat the fruit and that's all, you know, we tend to know about. Why? Because most of us enjoy having a nice mango, especially the East Indian mango. But we've not realized that the leaves are so beneficial. All right. So for the root and the bark, it's primarily used to fight inflammation. All right, so you're talking about if you're having any bone pains and stuff like that, anything kind of inflammation, whether in your bone, your brain, or wherever, the root of the mango tree and the bark, you can boil these and have the benefits from it. It's like it acts as an astringent. The flowers act as an astringent again, and also the seed, that's the mango seed. And I did say to you that seeds are really bitter, but here we're learning that the seeds are good for you as a uterine tonic. So persons, you can use it to strengthen your uterus. You want to research on that some more. And how would I do the seed? You know, probably have it dried, then grate it, juice it, to have the properties from it. But again, as I said, our seeds are very, very bitter. They're really good for us, but they're bitter. And most of the seeds, the fruit seeds, in them we have vitamin B17, which has very, very strong anti-cancer properties. All right, so here a little about the mango fruit. It says it has 0.16 milligram of iron, 11 milligram of calcium, phosphorus 14 milligram, potassium 168 milligrams. So it's very high in potassium, like our bananas. All right. Magnesium 10 milligram, sodium 1 milligram. So again, it's a very, very rich source of potassium. So if you don't have no banana in your house, and you want to make sure that your potassium levels are normal, not high, because it's very bad to have high potassium levels. You want to make sure that your levels are normal. You want to supplement on your mango. If you have diabetes, you have to be careful about that. Make sure if you're supplementing on you're having your mango, you have it with like cottage cheese, some kind of protein that helps to counter the blood sugar levels in our body. So that's it. How many of us knew that we could really drink teas from the mango leaves? How many of us knew that we could, probably just eat them? Or how many of us knew that we could crush them, dry them, crush them, make paste from it, or dry them, crush them, and put them in our smoothies or our juice? Great benefits. And I'm very happy to learn more about that. Why? Because almost everybody I know have a mango tree in their backyard. And if you don't have one yet, you can definitely look into planting a mango tree while you're in isolation. I'm encouraging you all, and I can't say this enough, plant something in your backyard. Whether it's a pumpkin, plant some pumpkin, plant some cerci, plant a mango tree. What else you can plant? Tomato, carrot, callaloo, all of the things that are healthy for you. I think this time is for us to really sit down and do some real serious thinking. All right, ask yourself a lot of questions in this season, and when you do, I'm sure you're going to find some answers. And I think a part of the answers that we need to find in this season is that we need to be farming our own food and vegetable and fruits. Very good for helping with diarrhea and for a relief from pain. So again, if you have diarrhea, you can drink your mango leaf. All right, mango leaf tea. That's beautiful. And again, as I said, the more I delve into this study on our herbs, our fruits, our vegetables, and just the things that God made, is the more I appreciate Him and the love that He has for us, that He truly cares for His people, and He really made provision for us. So go and appreciate your mangoes today. Get a bowl, sit and remember, if you eat too much though, you will have diarrhea. All right, so while the leaves cure diarrhea, if you eat too much, you're definitely gonna have a diarrhea. So enjoy your mango tree, appreciate it. If you don't have one, you need to plant one in this season. Enjoy the leaves. Know that there are many nutritional benefits and healing properties in them. And I'll continue to do these videos. I'll continue to look at some of our trees that we take for granted and some of our plants. And I want to encourage you to start planting again. Do have a wonderful day. And remember to look out for that very special video on Saturday for our men, because I really want to help our men. All right? God bless you and have a wonderful day.